Hi, it's Tom here, your local Medway estate agent, and here's your May 2026 property market update. Let's start with what's happening locally. In April, we saw 2,212 properties available for sale across Medway, which is the highest level since June 2023 and also up on March. On top of that, 575 new properties came to the market, which is actually 50 more than April last year. Now, in terms of sales, 351 properties were agreed, which is slightly down on February and March. And one really important stat, 338 properties reduced their price, which is well above the 12-month average of 238. So what does that tell us? In simple terms, there's more competition between sellers right now and buyers have more choice. If you're selling, pricing correctly from day one is absolutely key. The properties that come on at the right price are still selling and getting strong interest. The ones that don't are sitting on the market and often having to reduce later. If you're buying, this is actually a really good market for you. There's more stock available, less pressure compared to previous years, and more opportunity to negotiate, especially on homes that have been on the market for a little while. Now, looking at the national picture, Rightmove are reporting a surprisingly resilient market. Average asking prices rose by 0.8% in April to 373,000, although that's slightly below the usual average increase. Buyer demand is currently 7% down on last year, but interestingly, sales agreed are only 3% behind, which shows that serious buyers are still moving forward. Mortgage rates are still having an impact. The average 2-year fixed rate is now around 5.42%, which is adding roughly £235 a month to a typical mortgage compared to a few years ago. That said, wages are up by around 3.9% year on year, and lenders have become a bit more flexible, which is helping affordability slightly. First-time buyers are still active, with demand only down by about 6% according to Zoopla. Homes are just taking 1 day longer to sell than last year, so the market hasn't slowed dramatically, it's just a bit more measured. Buyer demand has picked back up after Easter, and while sales agreed are slightly down year on year, the market is still ticking along. And from a bigger picture point of view, Savills are saying that house prices are still growing modestly, up 0.9% in March, with annual growth at 2.2%. They do expect things to soften slightly as mortgage rates continue to rise, and the Bank of England is currently taking a wait and see approach when it comes to the base rate. So overall, what's the takeaway? The Medway market is steady, it's active, but it's also more competitive and more price sensitive than we've seen in some time. If you're selling, strategy and pricing are everything, and if you're buying, you've got more opportunity than you've had for a few years. If you're thinking about making a move and want some advice based on your situation, feel free to pop me a message and I'll happily talk you through your options. Stay tuned and make sure to follow for more market insights, top tips and hot new properties from me.